Hello guys, it's Kelvin and I'm here with another video on my series on web development. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. You can turn on notifications, share with your friends and leave a like on this video. It will greatly help me. Yeah, I want us to have a talk. So we want to build websites, and building websites, we have like components that needs to be put in place. We need to talk about the front end part of the website. We need to talk about the back end and so many other components, but I don't want to go too much in detail. So I want to assure you, first things first, this is a full stack course. So we are going to be working on both the front end and the back end. But I feel a very good starting point is the front end. So now you hear the term front end. So let's talk about the front end. So what is the front end of a website? I have slides here that I will share when I'm done with this video. It's going to be on the description. Simple, he said the front end of a website is the part the users interact with. So everything you see when you are navigating around the internet, from the font, the colors, drop-down menus, sliders, it's all a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and it's being controlled by your computer's browser. Now, if you can build the front end part of a website, then you are a front end developer. And what do front end developers do? They are responsible for the user-facing part of your website. So in order for you to be able to build this user experience, you need to be very familiar with three main languages or three main technologies. You have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So in this course, I want us to go through all the technologies we have in mind to cover in terms of the front end. So these are the technologies we are going to be learning in this series. If you notice, I have some grayed out because those are the big boys. We are going to chill with them later. So the first we have here is HTML5. We want our website to have some structure. And then moving right, we have CSS3. We don't just want our website to have structures. We want our website to look presentable. And now going forward, we have JavaScript. I call it the wizard, the magician. It's going to add interactivity to our website. And who is this new guy here? Typescript. Yeah, so in the community, we call it JavaScript on drugs. So it brings a whole lot of structure to your JavaScript code. And we have some nice little frameworks here. The majorly highlighted one is Bootstrap. So I'm going to take Bootstrap in this first set. The other two is Angular Material and Ant Design. I'm going to take this other two frameworks when we go chill with the big guys. When I say big guys, I mean the top major frameworks in web development as a front-end developer. So we have Angular and we have React. So these guys are great at, they'll come up much later after we have a solid understanding of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a little bit of TypeScript. So let's go in depth. HTML for front-end. HTML is an acronym for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is a markup language used for structuring and presenting content on the World Wide Web. Note, it is not a programming language. It is rather a markup language. You use it to define how the structure of a website is going to look like. So, HTML markup tags specify document elements such as headings, paragraphs, images, and tables. There are a whole lot more tags, but basically you get the idea. We want some headings somewhere, we want some paragraphs, we want some images, we want tables, and a whole lot more. We can use HTML tags or HTML markup tag as they are called to specify these elements on the web page. HTML is not enough. We need a style sheet. And we'll be doing CSS3. CSS is an acronym for Cascading Style Sheets. It's a style sheet language used to describe the presentation of a web document. CSS describes how elements should be rendered on screen, on paper, in speech, or other media. So what that means is that now we have the structure of a website. We want to be able to position items. We want to be able to set colors. We want to be able to beautify, basically just add cosmetics to the website. CSS can help us do that. Now let's go to our first programming language, JavaScript. The definition, JavaScript, or we call it JS a lot of time, is a very lightweight, interpreted, just-in-time compiled programming language. it is dynamically typed. When we get into JavaScript proper, I would give you a proper breakdown of what this term means. For now, it's good to just know the definition. So first things first, know it's lightweight. Some programming languages are not lightweight. So JavaScript is lightweight. It's okay to understand it's interpreted. Go deep into that. It's just-in-time compiled. And it is a dynamically typed language. This is very important. Don't ever forget, it is dynamically typed. JavaScript is the programming language for the web. JavaScript can update and change both HTML and CSS. JavaScript can calculate, manipulate, and validate data. It can help us implement simple and complex features on the web. It also allows humans to interact with the web. Talking of human interactivity, so you click on a button, you want something to happen, JavaScript handles that. You fill a form, you want to submit your information, JavaScript handles that. So to solidify this knowledge, we are going to be building 3 sample projects. A simple to-do list web app, a note-taking web app, an About Me web page. So if you want to know more about the About Me web page, you can go to about.me, something like that we are going to be building. And then just a little bit extra, or to prepare us for the future, we are going to be touching TypeScript. So TypeScript is a strongly typed programming language that builds on JavaScript, giving us better tooling at scale. Notice that it builds on JavaScript. And then, unlike JavaScript that is dynamically typed, TypeScript is strongly typed. And we'll get to appreciate this strongly typed when we get to TypeScript properly. So what does TypeScript do for us? TypeScript adds additional syntax to JavaScript to support a tight integration with your editor. We catch errors early in our editor. So when I mean editor, in the last video we installed Visual Studio Code. So we want to have that tight integration. We want to have those nice autocomplete. We want to have that smoothness. TypeScript can help us do that. At the end of the day, TypeScript code converts to JavaScript. So what that means is anywhere we could use JavaScript, we could also use TypeScript as a form of enhancements. TypeScript understands JavaScript very well and uses type inference to give us great tooling. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. Some people unofficially say TypeScript is JavaScript on drugs. So now we've defined what these front-end technologies are. It's only proper for us to dive into code. In our next video, we are going to take HTML5 heads-on. At this point, we are going to be writing some code. Please stick around, turn on notifications so you don't miss any episode. Thanks for watching.